And we're live.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good Friday
morning.
to everybody.
It's finally Friday.
Oh, dog.
Yay!
Second.
Huh? Oh. Okay, then. We're going to start off this way because they're busy. So, Ecclesiastes 3,
Okay, we're back on.
verses 1 through 8.
27.
No.
Just kidding.
To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up. You should not be copying me. You should...
I wasn't copying you. I was reading.
I could hear you.
Well, I'm sure.
And a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill. Tori. Not kill Tori. I'm just referencing him should listen. And a time...
Tori today.
And a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing, Moonflower. And a time to get, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rend, and a time to sow. A time to keep silence, and a time to speak. A time to love, a time to hate. A time of war, and a time of peace.
And joy.
That's not it there. But there is a time for joy. So you're right.
It's true.
So go ahead with the intros.
With the intros? All I heard was the tros part. So I'm like, with the tros? What?
Introductions.
Well, they all know who we are. I'm Singing Mama, a.k.a. Jamie. This is NTV.
Thanks for that. I meant the guest we had that game.
Husband. TheChad.
Like my chops?
Those are chops for sure.
And then he's got the fluffy hairness.
Fluffy hairness.
His hair is so curly on the sides. Like, curly. Because I know that totally
not like not curly.
No, it's curly. It's
Oh, you look great, TheChad.
Thank you.
And it's nice to have you back.
Thank you for having me again. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I was wondering why I couldn't hear you guys, and my sound was really far down.
Oh, you should turn that up.
I did already.
We suggest everybody turn their sound up. Because
Not everybody.
on our thingy that can hear us.
I'm just joking. It's true.
Yes.
So, today, we talking about stuff that has to do with praying. Talking to God.
Talking
Yes.
to God.
Because
Can you read my thing that I'm saying?
we do this, and I think everybody has a different way that they talk to God.
I didn't get it.
Right?
Yes. I talk to him all the time.
Me too.
I feel like a teacher. I'm going to have to separate you guys.
Sorry.
That's
the thing I sent him about what we're talking about.
very good.
Yes. And he's like, what thing?
You didn't do your homework, did you? No, you didn't. It's all good. You didn't get the assignment because someone didn't get it to you in time. So anyway, I know it was me. I didn't say it was you.
Yeah, it's you.
It's somebody.
Teacher.
All right, so we're going to go and we are going to watch this short little 1-minute clip from Kim Clement on spiritual warfare. Oh, dang it. I didn't do it right. So,
Oh, the dang it.
I have to redo that.
Yeah, you have to make sure you do the audio thing.
That's the part I always
I know. I
I
forget.
always almost forget, and then sometimes I always do forget.
Only sometimes, always, though.
Sometimes always. So after we listen to this, then we will have a discussion.
Discussion.
Because I remember coming into my prayer during a very difficult time, coming into my prayer garden with with feeling depressed, feeling down, and God one day I heard Him clearly saying this to me, "Will you please smile?" And I thought, is it that bad that I've come the last few weeks that the Lord God of the universe has to ask me to smile? And He said and I heard Him saying, "I like it when you smile." And I think people have this idea that when you come into God's presence, and that there is this sacred seriousness that must be maintained. And I agree with that to a degree, but it doesn't mean that I must behave different to who I am. I've laughed in my garden. And I noticed that he almost seems disappointed when I don't come in with joy. So it's what you find pleasure in, and it's very important to think about that. Let's talk about.
It's what you find pleasure in. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to go to God and pretend to be something you're not.
Yep.
I agree.
And I think that
He's gonna help.
in a lot of cases when people have gone to different churches, there's a difference between teaching someone how to pray. Like, we can talk to God like we talk to each other. Let's be respectful. But there's also, rules. Why would you put rules on praying?
Yeah.
For example, you cannot ask for things you want. Why?
Yeah.
Why can't you ask for things you want? You can't ask for things you need because someone else needs more than you. That's not how it works, though. Because
no.
Somebody's always going to have more and somebody's always going to have less. God loves everybody
the same.
Right.
Yeah.
So you want to go as authentic you.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else is a lie.
Yeah, I used to.
Right?
Yeah, I used to pray in like a specific way every night before bed. Like just
word for word.
Yep, repetitive all the time. And just to make sure I did it. But I mean, after a while, as I grew up, I was just like, man, I was probably really boring to listen to. And then she's going to say this, and then she's going to say this, and then she's going to say this. I mean, he already knows it.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
You can see my face.
He already knows what you're going to say, but he wants to hear it from your standpoint, from your perspective, not just this. Okay, I said that. I said that. I said that. It's not a check mark thing of what you need to go through. It's today was really hard, or today was so freaking awesome, or I've heard this joke and it was amazing and you should totally hear it, even though I know you already have, but here it is anyways.
That is a great idea. I like that idea. I think it's important, as parents, to sit down and discuss why we pray.
Mm-hmm.
What benefits do you get when you pray? What does it help? Who does it help? Why? How? All the things like this.
To go along with that, so I've been trying to. Well, we've been not. I mean, you're not Maddox. Sorry. Chad prays about it. He prays about like everything all the time. Okay, and I pray for the most part all the time, not as much as he does, but like I'll pray. Anyways, I try to teach them. If like you can pray to him about anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you lost your keys, if you lose your phone, if you just really need to talk to somebody and you don't know who to talk to, and that really sunk in one day with Maddox. He lost his glasses lens outside in the snow.
Oh.
Yeah. And that is pretty much impossible to find.
It's really hard.
Playing with the dog. And so I told him, and he went out there for like 5 minutes or something, and he's like, I can't find it. I'm like, did you even look? I'm like, did you just go and sit there and just go, nope,
No, that's how kids look.
not anywhere over here.
I'm saying that's looking.
And he's like, kinda. I'm like, well, then you didn't look. Go back out and look. I said, hey, here's a thought. Pray. Ask for help. And so he comes back in like 5 minutes later, and he's like, Mom, I found it. I'm like, really? Where was it? He goes, it was under the snow. Under the snow over here. I'm like, well, how'd you find that? And he goes, I prayed. And then all of a sudden, I knew where to look, and it was right there. I'm like,
Yeah,
that is freaking awesome. And I said, see? It works.
that's very good.
That is freaking cool. And he's 13, so, you know, he's awesome.
Great. I mean, that is really cool.
Uh-huh.
That is really cool. I think it's important to, give guidance. I
Yeah.
really do. Maybe when you're having a conversation with someone, include the same things you would in a conversation.
Yeah.
This type of stuff helps. Oftentimes I think people stop praying if it hampers on who they are.
Agreed.
If I have to say words I wouldn't say to anybody else,
Yes.
chances
Like
are,
the thee, thou, and thus.
huh?
Like the thee and thou and thus.
Those are a mark of respect. And for some people who are in that mode and have been taught that, raised that way, that's where they are. And it's become a piece of them. And I love that about them, but I'm not that way.
Yeah.
When I talk to God, I like to be like, hey, are you having a good day? I hope you are. 'Cause I got something cool to tell you. And, I kind of go in like I would talk to somebody else. I don't think either one of them is more right than another. Others are going to disagree, and that's cool. I just like the fact that I get to talk to God.
Yeah.
And if you have rules for yourself, awesome. You're still talking to God. So, right?
Yes.
I want you to do that. So, because here's the thing. You're either going to talk to the God of all creation, the God of all living, or you're going to talk to the one that's against him.
Yes.
In some form or another, those are your choices.
Mm-hmm.
And everything ultimately comes down to that.
Agreed.
I agree.
So, in that, what is your most joyful news that you actually remember telling Jesus in your prayers? Or God, whichever, if you don't, you know what I mean.
I don't know.
Like the happiest thing you've ever told them. You don't know?
Not off the top of my head.
What's the happiest thing that's ever happened in your life?
I've had a lot of happy things. My kids being born.
My wife.
I have a Chris. So I'll be right back.
Okay. So, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
How was work?
It was good.
Yeah.
Long.
Was it a better day?
Yeah, it was a
That's
good
good.
day.
That's good.
Graveyards suck, though.
Yes.
Graveyards, yes. They
Yes,
suck.
they do.
But yeah, it was a good day at work.
That's good.
Coal mining.
Coal mining.
That's it.
You got any other coal miners in the crew? Everybody watching on my Facebook page? Anybody in here at all?
Mhm.
I see 4 people. Guys should talk. See how delayed it is?
Yeah.
So, we could. I don't know. Bree had all this really scheduled.
We just
What are
talked
some
about prayer.
things? Yeah. So, what are some things that you've noticed when you?
Well, I know God has a sense of humor.
It's true.
I ask him for patience, and yes, he's a jokester. I think he does have a sense of humor.
He
Or
really
ask him
does.
for-
That's a rookie prayer, and I am glad that you learned. Right? Do you
Right.
still ask for patience?
Opportunities to be patient.
Yes.
Sorry.
Because I too
I
had
had to
asked
make
you
sure
questions.
everything was okay, because the last 2 times he called during a podcast, he had stepped on a nail and then he shot himself in the eye. So we're just making
Yeah.
sure
Yeah, we don't want that.
Is he
happening.
okay?
we're all good. Yeah, he's good.
Well,
This
okay.
time he was like, "Oh, sorry." I'm like, "He's sorry."
Lord, I apologize.
So I'm sorry to just bail like that, but sometimes you just gotta just be quick.
It's true. It is true.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
One second.
See? Like that. So you don't remember the last time you prayed about good news?
You didn't say the last time. You said what was one of the best times that you prayed about good stuff.
When was the last time you prayed about something really exciting?
Really exciting or just like really good? Or yes.
Yes.
It was within the last week.
And what was it?
Not to be discussed on openness.
But you were like thanking God and being excited and telling them about it?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
More details than you told me?
Probably not.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, sometimes
I didn't tell you, so
I know. Sometimes I fill in the blank, like, well, you know the rest. But it was cool.
No.
So, but it was awesome.
Yep.
Good. One of my favorite things that I pray about a lot, that I'm really grateful for, is when I find myself, and this is going to sound counterintuitive until the end, maybe. So just stick with me for a second. In like a hard, freaking hard moment. And like I step on a sticker with a barefoot or something, like really not pleasant. And then somehow I get in this mode of like, that sucked. And then I'll bump my head, and then I'll bump my shoulder, and then the wall will bump me out of nowhere. And then I find the floor with my hands, and I don't walk on the floor with my hands. And so it just kind of leads me in this spiral of, this is a bunch of suck. So then
you're saying one negativity spirals down into a bunch of negativity.
Right. And so when I figure out that that's what's happening, it's not always at the first sticker, right? Generally it's 5 or 20 in. Then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get a concussion if I don't watch out. I need to pray. Thank you, Jesus, for I don't have a concussion. Do you hear that? No concussion. Yay.
No concussion.
And I'm so grateful. And it's like a preemptive and also a joyful.
Yes.
Because I've started out with concussions, and that just spiral from there is intense. But a sticker in the foot, and not to get to the concussion level before I remember that I can rejoice with Jesus, that I don't have a concussion yet. This is a good thing for me.
Yes.
Right? And I'm also taking control of the moment. It helps me out of this spiral.
Yes.
Right? Because I'm grateful again instead of it's like that.
Yes. Because that is an anger moment for sure.
It's out of control. Right?
Yeah, it can be.
For me, it is.
Once it goes down. Like when you spiral?
It's a domino effect.
Yeah.
And if I don't pull out the 3 dominoes that are going to lead to the rest, before it leads to the rest, I'm already far down there.
Yeah.
So I love to celebrate in moments when I'm like, I totally did dumb stuff today, but I'm going to stop right now, and I need you to celebrate with me because yay, I caught it.
I got it. It's true. Like when I broke my toe.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it was so bad. I sweared and everything.
All the swears.
Just one sweared.
Is the
But I still did it.
The
But it was like with my guts roll.
You meant
Like, son of a.
Oh, that's like that biggin.
And that's really what I did. And I'm like standing there at the wall. And I'm like, and it was so bad. And it like instantly turned purple.
That's when you know.
That's how you know. That's how you know. Your toe's broken.
Right? You could write a book or a song.
And Sandra Brown says, hey, how are you guys?
Hi, Sandra Brown.
on Facebook.
Oh, hello. Hello.
My husband just made me some coffees.
Oh, tell us about it. I'm drinking mine.
It's good. Here you have the face.
I was worried.
So the coffee is a CBD coffee. Did you make one too? Or did you make regular?
Death Wish coffee.
Death Wish coffee. Opposites. Very caffeinated. Not very caffeinated. It's like,
Good
how do
for
you get
you.
caffeine? Good for
Probably
you.
not the best choice.
Death Wish. You know, someone's got a coffee.
Is it delicious?
Yeah, it's really good.
Good.
I mean, I flavor mine. I don't do black coffee because I did a black coffee diet once. It made it taste like the smell of gasoline. I don't like the smell of gasoline. Apparently, you do, but I do not.
The smell of gasoline
It's
is the same as the taste of canned peas.
Ew.
I love them both.
No.
I mean, I'm not saying you should go to a gas station and start sniffing it to see. I'm just saying.
And I'm pretty sure that's against the laws.
Yeah, because that
Okay.
matters these days. But anyway,
The
like,
laws
don't do it because it will hurt
should
your body.
always matter. The laws of your face should always matter because they're your face.
Hey, that's your face. My face, my choice. All right. And if I were to open up a can of
It's true.
peas
And that's the law.
and enjoy the smell, I will.
I'm not
Anyway.
talking about a can of peas, and it does not smell like a can of peas or a canopy.
We were so far off what you were talking about. So black coffee doesn't work for you.
No,
How long did you do this diet?
it was like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You made it 2 weeks.
I did. I lost weight. I did. But probably because I wasn't eating anything for the first half of the day and just drinking coffee and peeing out everything.
Probably.
It's true. You had to drink like 2 pots of coffee. Like 2 pots, like 24 cups of coffee within the first, till like noon or something.
That's half. Good job. Noon. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I was going to say 10, but I was like, that's not a very long time. But because I don't wake up at midnight. So sometimes I go to bed at midnight. Sometimes I go to bed at 2. Sometimes I go to bed at 4. So, you know, just depends. Anyways,
I love you so much. Why are you talking about that?
because we were talking about coffee.
And
And then I bled into the coffee diet.
hold on, you don't have a deeper reason? You were just squirreling?
Yep.
Awesome. I like squirreling.
Squirrel
Squirreling's good.
moment.
Squirreling's our friend.
Sandra says, "Oh, I need to make coffee now." I wanted coffee without creamer. I know. It was so gross. I
Put butter in it.
took it down. I didn't know about the butter and stuff before.
She said she don't got creamer. I'm saying add butter.
And butter. What?
I thought you said she doesn't have creamer.
No. She said that much coffee without creamer? Yuck. And I said, yes, I know.
Yes,
It was
I know.
yuck. It was very muchly yuck.
What kind were you drinking?
I got it.
Pretty for sure it was Folgers.
Oh, don't do that with Folgers.
I know.
I'm with you on that one. Stop. I gotta keep my name. No.
Sorry.
So what kind are you drinking then, since it's not Death
Well,
Wish
I'm drinking Hempworks. Would you like to get the box?
Sure. Be right back.
coffee?
On my wall. It's in eye shot. Hempworks.
Hmm.
It has got 5 milligrams of CBD per cup.
Hmm.
Have you tried it black?
Words. Yes, yes, I have.
Is it good?
I do not like black coffee.
It's very
I
diplomatic
would
and
not be-
saleswoman of you.
I would not be the proper judge for that moment. Because I do not like black coffee by any means necessary.
That's not how the conversations work. You gotta use the predicated sentence. That's
Predicated sentences.
mm-hmm.
Yes. What?
You know what's easy about her to throw her off her conversation? Throw in something else.
It's true. I'm pretty
If she
sure.
squirrels off by herself, this is not a tip for you. This is a tip for the Chad. The
Oh.
Chad. If she's ever upset at you for something, hold on, listen, it's important. If she's ever really mad at you for something, but she's also mad at you for something else, pick the one that there's less anger involved. Okay? Less anger.
There at all, actually.
I'm just saying, I do this. I can do it. I don't have to live with her, so maybe that's why it works for me. But I picked the thing that's the less angry, and we mend this one, and we work our way into this one in the mended place.
Oh, see, you're piggybacking.
No, I'm dividing.
You're
How
dividing.
is that dividing?
It's conquer and divide.
And then you went like this.
Yes, did you see?
You're
Divide.
dividing.
Go into it. Divide. Divide!
Hey, Chaparoo.
No stop it, that's all.
Sandra's asking what kind of creamer I use in my CBD coffee. I use creamer. Right now we have the heavy whipping cream with the sugar-free s'mores one over there. It's, I don't think that's what it's like Tora bleu bleu bleu.
I love that. That's my favorite.
That's your favorite kind, huh? I knew it.
Here's the blue, blue, blue.
It's
It gets me every time. Catches in your throat.
Is
Makes
it
you
blue?
cry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's the ones. It's the sugar-free ones you buy at Walmart. I have a non-sugar-free one, but it's not s'mores. It's vanilla. And yeah, so I just used the heavy whipping cream, and then the yes, it is very yummy. She says yummy.
She likes the blue, blue, blue
You
too.
like the blah 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 too, huh?
Everybody likes the blue, blue,
What's
blue.
Sandra?
Creamer do you use in- Okay. Gotcha.
Anyways, back to
About
praying.
prayer.
So, Chad, when was the last time you prayed to tell something to God that you were really happy about, excited about?
All day today, all day yesterday, and all day every day.
Every day?
Every
Like
day.
I said,
Every
He
day.
prays a lot
All
more
day
than I
long.
do.
All day long.
I
And
love it.
Then I do the intermittent fasting. So when I'm fasting, I pray through all that. And yeah, it's amazing.
Is it like Tevia? Just a constant conversation?
Yeah, mostly. But I open prayer, of course, just like you would pray. But then I start just, telling what I'm thankful for, my blessings, everything like that.
I love it.
And to
I
have
love it.
patience and kindness, just a lot of stuff. But it's all day, every day.
I love
And
it.
of course, protection and blessing for my wife and kids and all of you and family all day long, just all day long. So
I love it. I love it. When I have a big mistake too, like I am amazing at making a mess. I'm so good at it. Like I don't even have to try. That's how good at making a mess I am. What are you typing?
I'm typing to you.
Why?
If you read it, then you will know.
Why don't you just ask it?
Because sometimes I don't know. I'm trying to do it all. What's the
You
word?
can't. You can't do no things incognito because
That's the word.
Cognito.
Incognito-y.
you are on the camera.
Stealth.
So
That's
No?
another word.
That wasn't very stealthy. You can hear you.
I was
touching.
trying. It didn't work, but I was trying.
Click, click, click.
Clickety clack, clickety clack.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, it was. I didn't elaborate, but I don't think you want me to talk about it.
You didn't elaborate, but you don't think I want to talk you talking about it.
Yes.
So then what?
I don't know. It just popped in my head. I thought I'd ask you, and then it didn't happen. So never mind. Got your word.
I don't know what to say to that other than I love you so much.
I love you too. Sorry.
He learned that from you.
Oh yeah,
did.
I learned a lot.
I go.
I think it's adorable. You totally can talk about your blessings. That's one of the reasons we like, yay, look at this, thank you, God. That's what we do. So if you want to add to this.
Well, it's
Everything's
something
sorry.
that no, you're good. Were you gonna say something?
Well, I just said everything's there's a lot of blessings.
Yes, it's true. So something that like you know the song "Best Friend" by Tim McGraw.
Mhm.
I think it's that one that I'm talking about. You remember in there? You remember? That's not even a word. You remember in there where he goes, "You stand by me, you believe in me, like nobody ever has." When my world goes crazy, you're right there to save me. You make me you make me see how much I have. Right? So I think that with at least our relationship, when we've both had issues with either each other or just life in general, and we've prayed for more patience or more understanding or something, a song like that comes up and it's like a reminder instantly what the other person has done for you, or what you have done for the other person. Yeah. And I think that in itself is a blessing when the music speaks to you in response to your prayers.
That's why I love you. That's why
And I think that's awesome
it is awesome.
because it just kind of like it reinforces that whole factor for me at least, and I know it does for you because he's like huge with that stuff. And like whenever I bring up a song that like we used to listen to all the time, and then I show it to Chad and he's just like, I've never thought of it that way, or I've never even heard this song, or you just hear a song so much you don't ever listen to the lyrics, you just like the beat or whatever. And then you're just like, holy crap, that's a really good song. Or, oh, that is not a good song. We've had those moments too.
How do you know?
How do you know what?
How do you know if it's a good song or not a good song?
Because if you actually listen to the lyrics and then it there's a song by a female, I'm not going to say her name. And she talks about being a bad guy and the stuff that's about the bad guy. It's a really cool beat. But once you her voice is kind of cool in it. But then when you actually listen to the lyrics, it's like, oh, maybe not. Yeah, because it's just not a good song.
But how do you know?
The feeling I get after I
there you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like they listen to the words, though.
She's like, you took my answer.
How about you?
Don't be scared. Interrupt.
Rude.
You do it every other time.
We're being polite right now. Hello.
Yeah. I'm being polite just because we're all the day there. Just kidding.
TV?
Sometimes. We're probably on Breeze TV right now.
You know what's so cool? I don't even need to be here. This is awesome.
Yes, you do. I mean,
I'm
why you're not saying stuff, freaking.
I'm glad I'm here.
It's
like you're the pale one right now. So like really it's like you're me and he's like you, and except he's him and he's your husband. But still, it's awesome.
I know. Look at the color difference.
I don't have to. I'm seeing it already.
I know, but look how dark he is compared to me.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
That's
That's the Italian. That's the Italian and the Spaniard. Italian Spaniard.
Italian Spanish.
He's a Spitalian.
He's this
We're
Italian.
Spitalian. That's all right. We're a bunch of stuff too.
Yeah, we're.
It's okay.
What would we be then?
We're Frexicland. That's what we are. We're Flexicland.
Heinz 57 is what we like to be called.
Only when we're using that accent.
Yes.
So anyway,
You are so adorable. Thank you, Sandra Brown.
you two are
That's
adorable.
Sandra, right?
Oh,
Like you're Sandra? Isn't that the girl that you went to school with?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are adorable, and I agree with her.
He's awesome.
She just has gone through a lot of hard stuff too lately.
Oh, come here. We will like fill you up with the happiness,
Yeah.
or Jesus will fill you up with the happiness.
Yeah.
Send you back here. So
She's an awesome friend. She's an awesome friend.
very cool.
I've never met her in person, but we've chatted
should
a
be.
lot.
Yeah.
She lives in Salt Lake, I think.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Oh, that's way closer.
That's closer
More
to you.
opportunistic.
Opportunistic.
Oh, that's true.
I bet you have a better chance of meeting her than any of the people that are on the team that Chad is wearing this shirt for
That's true.
this
Unless
year.
Rivers decides to come through town or something. Oh, wait, he's not on the team anymore.
I'm not saying they're a bad team.
No, I just say
Just so you know, your face was like
Diego.
totally offended.
I'm
No,
no, I
He
miss
misses them being in San Diego.
Yes. Very sad. Very sad.
Where are they?
It's in
LA.
LA.
Forever?
Now they have two football teams in LA.
Probably. I don't know.
The LA Rams and the Los Angeles Chargers now.
Really?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Last year?
Yeah, last year they left San Diego and everybody
No,
was
2 years ago.
2 years ago, and they were pissed, burning all
Yeah.
the jerseys, and I was kind of upset because I love San Diego. We love
Love
San
the fact
Diego.
that they were in San Diego because we would go there every year until this whole crap shoot happened.
Damn crap shoot.
Nice. The whole crap shoot.
Oh, the crap shooting. Balls flying everywhere.
It all comes down to crap or balls.
Crap balls.
No, don't put your hands together. No,
Crap shoot, it's got to have crap balls. 'Cause
no.
crap balls and it's crap shoot. See? Goes together.
No, crap shoot means you put them in a bag and you shoot the bag.
So you shoot the crap balls?
No balls. None. Balls none. No.
You don't know. It could be.
I love you, Chad.
love
The
you.
Chad.
love you.
My team's better.
What is it?
What is it now?
Tampa Bay.
Same it's been since I got the hat.
So I
Brady
can't.
went there.
I can't see it. I can't.
It's really white.
It's really
It's like white. There you go.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers
I'm like, it's so backwards.
It's like I don't know if it's the Patriot thing
because
or
of
if
Brady,
it's the.
right?
Yeah, he
It's
did-
Brady thing.
Yeah,
I'm
he-
not. So
Yeah.
Chris loves the Patriots.
Yes.
Loves them. He's still totally loyal. I'm not at all. I like Brady. So like Brady moves, and I'm like, that's where my loyalty went. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun.
exactly. And that's why Rivers was our quarterback, and I wanted to see him succeeding, and he did good this year. So
Did he do good this year?
Well, I look at scores. I didn't watch football because of the whole
The whole kneeling crap.
Well, there's a lot of PC stuff,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
But I think you have to be able to let go of what you can
When did you?
and forgive yourself for the stuff that is still hard to let go of.
Yeah.
Now, we can't all do the same thing all the time. I can't quit smoking right this second. I've smoked one cigarette twice
Yeah.
during this. I lit the same one. But I've done that twice while we're doing this. Do you hate me because I did that?
How dare you, sir?
I know. But I am trying. But I can't let go of that. You both have.
Of the
Okay.
cigarettes, yes.
Of the cigarettes. So you are
Absolutely.
somewhere different than I am in this path. I understand. What I'm saying is we all have our reasons for what we have our reasons for. There's a reason for everything, but your reason is not going to be the exact same as mine because your experience in your life is very different than my experience.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to bring this back to prayer.
I was just going to say it.
Perfect. Because
Place under
the reason that I pray, while they may be similar to the reasons you pray, they're going to be different because we're different people with different experiences.
Yeah.
So the words I use aren't going to be the same words you use.
It's true.
Whoa, I'm hearing myself now.
I didn't do anything.
Did you scoot closer?
Nope.
The screen says you did, but I mean, that's all good. Anyway,
I didn't do it.
it's all good. It's all good.
I have nothing.
Even still, when we pray, I like to think that everybody at some point will pray. That doesn't mean everybody will. I hope they do.
At some point, people usually do.
But when I was praying in other countries, with other families, with that deal, okay, my prayers were very different than when I was here with my family and not in immediate danger.
Yes.
Prayers are different.
In
For
every
circumstances as well. So I'm not every prayer. You don't have enough time to follow the list of thank you for all the things, bless all the people, and this. Sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, Jesus, I need your help right now. That's a prayer.
Oh my gosh, what?
Jesus, I need your help right now.
Oh, yes.
Emergency.
Right?
Emergency broadcast system.
Or sometimes I'm too excited to go through the whole list again. And so, like,
Oh, please.
I don't have time for formalities. You know my heart. I need you because I'm excited. Okay. So
Yes.
I think a lot of times we just have to kind of let ourselves be okay
Mm-hmm.
with wherever other people are in their path.
Yep.
And help them as we might,
Mm-hmm.
or be helped by them as we might.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes.
Because I guarantee that you have never used the phrase, thank you for being with me in the music of the spheres before in your prayers, have you?
I never have. Nope.
See, but that doesn't mean you haven't said, I feel your spirit with me,
Correct.
something to that effect, and that's what I mean.
Oh.
See, so God understands.
The different dialects and different languages and the different everything.
Yeah, He understands us from the inside, the middle of our brain, out. Like, that's the best part.
Middle of our soul.
Like the center of whoever we are, the very centerness of us, out. He gets. And I can tell
He
you for a
gets you
fact that I don't understand me that way.
I understand you a little bit of it. Like a lot more than a lot of other people, but a little bit of what he knows.
Yay.
And vice versa.
That's what I meant by yay. Because, like,
Yeah.
see, you knew.
Uh-huh.
But what about the chat?
Let me just listen to you guys talk.
What do you think about that?
The face. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah.
What was the question?
Put your puppet away. That's not away. No! Thank you. Thank you.
Words. Come out to face.
Let's see.
That is a word.
Well, prayers and blessings, they do, I've been praying, gosh, since I was way young. And then, as I grew up, and then, getting into drugs and all the hardships, he always praying then too, and to help me get out of the drugs and all the scene, and, and it didn't happen overnight, but I was out on the streets, more or less homeless, going with I called him my buddy then, but he wasn't a buddy. He was an enabler. And we'd go to house to house to house, just all day, every day, all day, doing drugs, doing nothing, wasting my life. And but look where I'm at now. Prayers do work. I pray all the time. Even when I was doing drugs, I prayed, try to get off them, and alcohol or whatever I need to pray about that I need help with. He's there, and he does help you, and that's a big blessing. Going through, and it was hard drugs, and I'll share it with you guys. My drug of choice was methamphetamines, and it took a minute, but I got arrested. But even the cop that was taking me to jail,
What did he say?
yeah, he told me, I'll never forget, and he was dropping me off. He says, "You need to make a choice." I see this day. This is him talking. I see this day in and day out, people wasting their lives on a drug, and it's ridiculous. And then he goes on to tell me there's two things where this drug is going to lead you: prison or the graveyard. And he says there is another alternative, and I hope you go in there and get help, and that's by quitting. And he's told me to pull my head out of my ass, and and I said, and I thanked him. And so when I was in jail, it was weird, and it was up in Salt Lake County, being in the system with all these people, and majority of them was drug users. That was a big wake up call. And I prayed, and when I got out, I started getting into fitness, and this was after doing drugs and quitting, and then praying, and I was patient. Yeah, there'd be some days where why won't you help me? And I did say that, but then I'd retract that, say, I'm sorry, and then pray and keep asking him to get me out of that situation, and then after I got out of jail, I started getting into fitness. And that's why I do love fitness. That's why I love to go in the gym. That's why I love to do what I do, So I just been doing fitness stuff, and I started going back to I think it was called Horizon to get my diploma for high school, because I never got it because my principals and teachers told me I wasn't going to amount to nothing, so I might as well quit school. I had them tell me that I was going to be a bum in the street, and these are from teachers.
Mm-hmm.
These are the people that are supposed to shape us, mold us, and see us succeed. No, they did not. They degraded me, and but then I still pray for them too, that I forgive them what they said, but still it's yeah, go ahead.
So with what he just said, okay, and what Tori said yesterday,
Mhm.
with how we are the ones who label what success is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you let someone else define it, then you are living their standard, not yours.
Yeah, definitely.
And so by their standard, you were doing what they said.
That's true.
You were.
That is true.
What they said was
Exactly.
fulfilled because you were homeless, basically,
Yeah,
right?
I was homeless.
You were like a bum in the street.
Well, yeah, I was a bum.
And
And my poor mom would always stop by, and that's the hardest part, is putting her through what I put her through.
But you got through it.
Yeah, I did get through it, and
you came out of it. You did.
Yes,
it.
I
With
did
his
it.
help, you
Yes, I did
it.
Yes, I got.
And you
went to
become
school.
so much stronger.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, definitely. But after all my life of being told I'm gonna be a certain way, or I'm not gonna amount to nothing, not having very many friends, not any good friends, Yeah, I knew some people, but they weren't very close, and they were, and all I had was my mom and my grandma and my brothers, and we weren't perfect, when I went through hard times, I did let them more or less plan my life out, because I did end up as homeless. Yeah, my mom said I could stay there, but that's still homeless. I wasn't working to pay the rent or to help her, if I was to move in with her. So I was on the street. I was a bum. I was doing drugs. I was wasting my life. And then after I got out of jail, I praying and praying. Then I started getting into fitness. I think it was him saying, here's this, I'm gonna give you this, and you take it. And I took it and I ran with it. So then I went and got my diploma. I passed that, or got that, and then I went and signed up for Eagle Gate College. That's where I met Sandra, and her and her husband, they're really good people, uh, and I got into fitness, to be a personal trainer. But then I went to work at a gym, and it's not really what I wanted to do anymore, because all they wanted to do is, it was all about money. It wasn't about getting people healthy. It was all about money. The manager told me, and this is the words that he told me. He goes, "You see those girls over there with the nice ring, or the big beautiful wedding rings, and they're dressed really nice, the name clothing. Those are the ones I want you to go talk to train, because they have the money." And I go, "No, I'm not going to go to those ladies and ask them that. You see that guy over there doing the wrong exercise, and he's heavier, and he looks like he's struggling? That's the one guy I'm going to go help. That's the guy." And that's what I loved about it. But after that, it put it like a bad taste in my mouth, and I didn't want that. So I just kept going to the gym. I lost a lot of weight. I started building muscle, and that was my addiction. But also that was also interfering with my relationship with my wife, because I was there for 3 hours a day. And when she's texting me saying, "Are you coming home?" that's a problem. So, and I prayed. It's all about prayer, and he does answer, because I prayed to help me and my wife. And then now, we're getting along so beautifully. I love it. It is amazing. It is amazing how we're getting along, and how much it's like a whole new relationship. It is a brand new, beautiful relationship. And it's because of praying to the Heavenly Father that I'm here with my beautiful wife, talking to my beautiful sister-in-law. I'll just say sister, because, and
I like it.
that's a blessing. And I got 2 beautiful girls, from her. Yeah, from her. And yes. Okay. and then I have Maddox, and we have Maylee. And that is a blessing. That is, and Jamie tells me, count your blessings, because I have my days of being negative still, but she's my Zen. Like I said, she's my light. She makes me focus on the positives, and and it's awesome, and I love it, and and I blessings and prayer. It's a true thing, and prayer is. That's why I do it every day, all day long, because I need that. I need his guidance, and he will help you. But also, you have to help yourself. He ain't just going to go, "Okay, I'm going to do everything." He wants to see you progress, and he wants you to make the choice to change. And then he starts giving you a little bit more and a little bit more, and more blessings and more blessings. And now I got a beautiful job. It's
Taxing.
It's taxing sometimes, it's coal mining. It's not easy. My hands are all busted up. They're sore. My back's sore. Everything's sore, but we got a beautiful house. That's a blessing. Beautiful.
We have power here, so it's a blessing for us too.
Yeah, exactly. And my beautiful wife. We have two vehicles, and a job that pays me really good. And
good health insurance.
Good health insurance. And I love that. And I'm grateful for them for hiring me. I'm going on 6 years right now. 7 years now?
Going on 7.
Going on 7, but I've been coal mining since, I want to say I at least have about 20 years in coal mining. And it's never been an easy job. It's never safe. For God's sakes, you're underneath the mountain, you got above you is rock, the side of the bowl, It's a very dangerous job, and I pray there too. I'm before I go in, I'm praying for guidance. I'm praying for all my crew members, actually the whole mine. I pray for them that we get out safe to go home to our families.
Right.
in Price, I've seen a lot of mine disasters, and
In
those,
Huntington.
and there's a couple guys I worked with that didn't make it, and it's
Really?
bad, it's it's so it's a blessing that I make it out of that every day, that my crew makes it out, or our crew makes it out every day. Everybody in the whole mine makes it out every day. That's a blessing. And I pray every time before I even enter that portal, I'm praying that for his protection to keep us all safe. And I'm still here, so hopefully, nothing happens to any of us, anybody in the mining industry. It's a dangerous job. It's a dangerous job, and and right now there's a war on coal, of course, oil, gas, and that's our livelihood, and they want to take that from us.
Right.
And I pray for that they don't get to do that, and he's going to step in, and he's going to deal with the evil that's going on. But yeah, it's very, very taxing sometimes to always have to think about that. Why do they want to get rid of our jobs? And so I pray that's a blessing. Always praying. I'm always praying. When I say I pray all day, every day, it is all day, every day. So yeah, and my blessing, I've been blessed. I'm blessed. That's why Jamie tells me, she's wonderful. I love my wife. She's my rock. She makes me focus. When I go to work, she says, think positive, be positive. Don't be negative, because what does negative get you? Negative results. Being pissy or bad attitudes.
Danger.
And it's, yeah, you have to be positive, and you have to what's that word I'm looking for? You have to ask the universe. What is that? Laws of attraction. Manifestation.
It's all right. We do it all the time.
Manifestation.
I've been up all night working graveyard.
True, you have.
So yeah, I'm a little
Frazzled.
blah 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 blah. My mind's like on.
He's a little drunk right now.
That guy up there just turned it off or something.
Manifestation.
And it's nighttime.
And I did that, and that does work too, because I pictured myself being a certain way. I didn't want to be fat and unhealthy anymore, and every night I'd focus on what I wanted to look like. And did it happen in a day? Hell no. Did it happen in 2 weeks? No. It's a life change. You have to change your whole life, and it's not just for 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. It's for your life.
It's not a crash diet.
And somebody asked me, because they seen my pictures, they go, "What are you training for?" I go, "I'm training for life. I want to
I
live."
love that answer.
I want to see my kids. I want to walk my daughters down the aisle when they're getting married, and be my son's best man, and and live long and get old and with my wife.
That's what they say.
I lost my train of thought.
That's all right. We scrolled for a second.
But anyway, yeah, blessings and
We squirreled.
what? No,
I'm trying to let him catch his thought. His train is running away. Let him catch it.
Catch it.
Gosh, it's too fast.
I agree with you. Training for life.
Yes, training for life,
Beautiful thing.
and and like me and Jamie are gonna do a meal plan. There's so many different ways you can lose weight or get in better shape. Don't need a gallon of ice cream. Or yeah, right. Or eat just a bunch of crap. It's really not that hard. And we always say 80-20.
Yep. 80% in the kitchen, 20% in the gym.
Yes, or fitness or whatever you're into, or
the gym.
The gym.
The gym is my house.
But anyway,
His gym is the gym.
Is it the gym?
And the house.
I love the gym. Yeah. And we've been working out, to spend more time with her, and not because I told you that working out was kind of interfering with our relationship, because I was always there. So now I cut my time in half, or more than half. I'm at the gym for maybe the most an hour and 20 minutes. and I can do my whole workout.
Mhm.
And then a certain day I'm home with her, working out with her, and we're doing it together.
Nice.
So, and
And
that,
I come up with it.
yes, and that brings us closer. It's, I love it. It's awesome. So blessings,
And
yes.
it's easy workouts, but
Yes.
it works a lot.
Prayer works.
That too.
I prayed all my life, and at first when is this going to happen? When's this going to happen? And
God's
I
time.
think God says, I'm not on your time. You're on my time. It's when I decide
That it's good for you.
that it's the right time for you, because you need to put in the work. You got to put in the work before he'll help you.
You have to be ready.
Yeah, he's not going to do everything for you. You have to show him that you want it, and you're going to go after it, and then he starts helping you.
And you're consistent.
Yes,
I
consistent.
agree with you on that, and I'm going to add to it.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
When we ask for certain things, and usually it's everything that we ask for,
Yeah.
if we're not prepared for what we're asking for, do you think you're going to hand your keys to your 6-year-old because she wants to drive?
Nope.
No. Why?
Because she's
Because that's
not.
a
He's not ready.
crazy mess. Why would you do that? And I think it goes along with what you're saying. God wants to bless us. Of course
Yes.
he does. He loves us. He's our daddy, right? He wants
loves
to.
us. Yeah.
But he also doesn't want to hurt you.
No,
Mhm.
no.
So timing is important. But it's not our time.
Yeah, exactly.
When I was 12, I was like, I'm ready for all the adult things. No, I was not. No. No. With all I knew, still not ready.
No.
Okay. So I think it's true. And it resonates with me when you say it like that. Because when we're asking for stuff like, oh, I wish I just had a better body today. If I didn't earn it in the first place, which is working off all this stuff I've built up in it that's
Yeah.
crappy, right?
Mhm.
Punny. Then I'm not going to appreciate it. I haven't changed any of my habits.
Yeah.
I'm going to treat it the same way I did before. So this new body is going to get destroyed. So I need to work for it
Same
because that creates appreciation, responsibility, respect.
Yeah.
And I think blessings are predicated on actions such as these.
Yes.
It's just like when so many kids just get given stuff rather than them earning it. Yeah.
I think it's just true in general, right?
Yeah. Anybody. I mean, for instance, when you get a bonus at work, and some people refer to it as free money, right?
Mhm.
And it's not free money. You did work for it.
Right.
But if you think of it as free money, you're more likely to just splurge rather than plan it out where it needs to go, if you should save it, blah, 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 blah,
Mhm.
And that's why I think a lot of times it's pertinent
Pertinent. I like that word.
to have someone else to bounce ideas off of, aka a spouse or a sister or a bestie.
Jesus is good.
Yes.
Just saying.
And someone who always has your best interest at heart. So God, he would be probably the first one we should all go to for that kind of stuff, especially.
True, but he'll take us how we come.
Yeah. I really want to buy this. What do you think? Maybe.
You know what's funny? Have you ever done this? Like, yes, you did because you were a kid. So a little kid will go and be at the store with their mom and be like, Mom, this is such a great thing because not only is it nutritious, see right here, it says nutritious, but also all
My
this
kids
good
do it
stuff.
all the time. Yes. I do.
Plus, I will be so happy. And you want happy kids, right?
Yes.
And I've done that. I've been like, I really would like to buy this. I've been saving my money for this other thing, but now this has come up. I haven't saved my money for this. I saved it for this.
Right.
I'm like, but this is awesome. Or I could keep saving until I have enough for this.
Right.
And when I pray about it, I'm less likely to be impulsive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that break in the I want, right? It's the break in between to calm down and let your rational mind go, hey, no.
Yep.
And I think that's what praying does for us. It gives us that corrective dissonance, if you will, between the desires of our fleshliness
Mm-hmm.
and the actual desires of our soul.
And also, I think it also goes along with the desires of our childliness inside.
Yeah.
of us. Because when we were little, we couldn't do
Childishness.
a
Right.
childishness, yes. Because, like, with our relationship, I'm not calling you out on anything. Okay?
No, you can call me out.
Okay.
Call me out all you want.
Okay.
Just be nice. about
Because
it.
before
kidding.
me and
No,
him
you're
got together,
Yeah.
I was a lot of the splurgy one, a lot of it, because I would be like, oh, we really need that, but we really didn't. And when I got with him, he was like that, like about everything. And so I'd be like, no, we have to have structure. We have to do this. You know, that helped me become more of the saver person.
And she does a
And
great job.
The more,
Yeah.
thank you. And
Wonderful job.
you know, and we never had that growing up. We never had that, like, at all. It was all about get money, spend it, get money, spend it, get money, spend it.
It wasn't necessarily splurging. It just wasn't quite aware of all the ramifications
All the
involved.
Yeah.
So
And I was awful.
And he's gotten way better.
I was
You
awful.
know, I mean, he
I
would
like
throw
this.
fits in the store if I didn't let him buy something.
Never
It was
fits.
like a 5-year-old. I want that. Rah, rah, rah. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, we're in the store and you are throwing a fit like a 5-year-old. And I
My
would
bad.
give him the mom look.
my bad.
And I would give him the mom look, like,
Oh, dang it.
Trouble.
and he'd be like, and it would like entice him to keep it going. And I'm just like,
Just so you know, I know all this is true.
Okay.
Not just because it's coming out of her face, but because I got this a story before. And I have to tell you that she has seen so many wonderful changes in you since you guys have been
Yes.
able to meet on a plane where there's mutual respect.
we
Amen.
call that
Yes.
5D.
That's amazing to me.
5G.
Just saying, we call it 5D.
Call it 5G.
Yeah.
It's
5G.
5G.
Definitely not
But
5D.
like the healing one, the 5G,
Yeah, the
the
healing.
healing.
The Tesla part.
Yes, it's weird.
That's the part. Good call. Good call.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are
the-
way better, way better,
Yeah,
and
way
it's
better.
because comes back to prayers
Praying.
and blessings.
Mhm.
I
Prayers and
pray-
blessings.
Pray, and I also would visualize us being better. It wasn't a lot because I don't know at the time, but yeah, since the change, it's been amazing.
And it's just been like simple little changes. It hasn't, I mean, and it's made a huge effect of just the simple little changes. Just a simple change of just listening to me rather than,
and talking to her,
yeah,
you know,
rather than blowing up and,
and just storming
stomping
off
off.
like a 5-year-old.
Own
Or
it,
like a
baby.
13-year-old
Own it.
too that likes to do that too.
Oh yeah,
And
trouble.
story for another time.
Yes.
And but you know, it's a huge change. If people would just stop and listen.
Yeah.
Stop, look, and listen. Does that song remind you of anything, Bree?
Yeah, death. On to the next.
It is, and it is all that, and also
It was like,
like on Phenomenon,
mhm.
you know, but he bought her chairs because you know what I mean.
He loved her.
He loved her.
That's
bought her
right.
And he asked those guys, "Do you buy your wife's chairs?" You know,
Yeah.
and that's amazing.
Don't
And
talk
so, and that stuck with me
Love
when I
that
was
show.
praying one day, and when this whole change happened, you know, what I talked about last time, it was, what does my wife really love? Music, hello.
Hmm.
So dancing with her and singing to her, that's huge. That's huge
yeah.
for us. So I do that,
Like magnanimously
and I
huge.
do it every night,
It's true.
and you know, yeah, it's awesome.
Mhm.
I love it, and
He
it's
sends me little clips of like him singing and stuff in the car on his way.
Oh.
Like, oh, that's so good.
because she's worth it, you know, and that's her
Yes, she is.
chairs. That's
my
I'm
chairs.
buying her chairs and having her back
You're
when
her lobster.
Yeah. and having her back when we're disciplining the kids, because before
Oh, that's
she
huge
could
too.
say something to the girls and I'd be fine with it. But as soon as she says something to Maddox, it's and storm off, and that was not right, and I knew it, and I really know it now, and I don't do that. And I've told all the kids, I have mom's back. You know, she comes first. I
Yeah,
have
and
her.
he came to the other realization of, remember what I was telling you a while ago? How we're going to be together.
Yes.
The kids
Oh
are
yeah,
going to be
yeah,
the ones
yeah.
to leave.
And that stuck with me too.
And so we've got to stick together if we want to last past the kids leaving.
Yeah.
It's true.
And you do see a lot of when kids do leave, they split up.
Yep, they get divorced because all they were staying together for was the kids.
And not me. No way. Us. Sorry, us. Because she is amazing. I love her. She's beautiful, and I am very lucky to have her as my wife. Very, very blessed. See, there's another blessing.
We are all over the place.
Yes.
And it is kind of like how you said death, the stop, look, and listen thing. It kind of just like reflected on me as that was when you had that awakening. That was kind of like the death of our old relationship. And like the renewal of
like
this one.
Being reborn.
Yep.
Like when you get baptized, or you, how do they say?
Born again marriage.
Yes.
We have a born again marriage.
We have a born again marriage.
But it's
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
It's stuff that that's going to bring us closer. Like I write her poems every night, and then I got sticky notes all over the house of
it's true.
Some love songs, just the short little
Clips of them,
lyrics.
Like this, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's a lot of them.
6 and just 7, 8, 9, and just eye view of right here. And it says like, I love the way you love me, and I love you so much. You are amazing, and I love your face. Thank you, baby, for showing me love and helping me think of things helping me.
No, that is not what it says.
What does it say?
I don't know. I can't read my handwriting.
Thank you. Showing me love and helping me think of things.
Oh, and think of things to help me.
And helping me think of. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, like there's a smiley face and it says "love you," and it says "I love you, my sweet love. You are the love of my life."
Okay. Thank you. Picture.
Anyways, it's just like it's kind of like positive affirmations throughout the house that he puts out everywhere.
At first, I was trying to like put them like in the cupboard, so when I was gone and she'd open them,
and I'd be like, "Oh,"
And
he did. He put it on my coffee in the cupboard.
Nice.
And Maylee would go around. Let's go find the treasures.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then she started doing it too.
Yeah.
And so she drew some faces and put them up on the wall. Mom, you can't look.
I love it. I love it.
And and also praying for, because when the other two girls come down here for the weekend, I don't think I would pay attention to them because I don't know why, but I prayed and said, let me have a better relationship with my daughters. And I don't like the word stepdaughter. I just because I'm not their biological dad, they're still my daughters. And I never did like step anything,
Step stools.
And the oldest one bought me a shirt saying, what was the shirt?
It's something about being not being a stepdad, but a dad that stepped up.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
She did that all on her own.
And that's amazing because the way I turned everything around and, loving them, treating them like my daughters, plain and simple. Not stepdaughters. I claim them as my daughters. And all of our kids, it's amazing how when you pray, it didn't happen all once, of course, but it's happened. It's happening.
It's also not just about praying for it. It's also about being willing to accept the answer
and putting in the work. I've been putting in the work, and so it's amazing that what we're talking about, how it works out when
and how Rue was responding when that boulder came down, and how she was like freaking out because of what we said on here, and then she started texting him.
Yeah.
And I don't know what she said, but she messaged me after and she goes, I really need a hug. She goes, I don't want to lose him. I just found him. And I'm just like, oh. And then she was listening to the song before we said it about the boulder thing, and it was about what's his name, the country singer guy. He's a heavier set guy. He's Chris something, I think. Something. But anyways, it talks about the dad like putting the kids to bed, and then the son saying, don't leave me, there's monsters, then they'll come and get me once you leave. And he goes, just because I'm not right there with you doesn't mean I'm not here. And I will always be here even if you can't see me. And so that song came on right before.
Oh man,
talked about that, and then she like and so yeah, it was. And they have a good connection.
Yeah.
I mean, it does help that they're both Libras, but I think they're so much alike in the weird ways of just like how they act and their floopiness and their
floopiness.
Yes. You're like, I don't know. There's like blonde moments, because he was born blonde, so I can say that. So he was born towhead, just like we were. And what?
I think.
Was it the face?
Nope.
Yeah. I know I have floopy moments all the time. But anyways, yeah, I just think it's really cool that they have that connection and all that stuff.
But
and you and Zoe too. You and Zoe have butt heads for a long time. And
oh yeah. And
just recently, you guys
pray and I prayed and I prayed and I'm putting in the work and it's changing. Yeah. So it's true and it works. It works. It's amazing. It's amazing. Heavenly Father is amazing. He loves us. And you said it earlier, like he's our parent, like our kids. We want the best for them, but we ain't gonna hand them everything. We're gonna give them discipline. If they do something wrong, they're gonna get in trouble.
Consequences, yeah.
Consequences, and I think that's the same way Heavenly Father does it. If you're doing bad stuff, he's, oh man, I don't know.
Now this is gonna happen.
Okay, so yeah, exactly, and he has to teach us a lesson.
Kind of like, okay, so yesterday he had a really hard day at work. Another boulder came down.
Well, no, it didn't come down. It's just
2 rocks fell.
It's just it's always falling in.
I know,
but it's just.
Let me finish.
I don't want to misconstrue the wrong thing. It always comes down when we're.
Okay, but it was in the spot that you were standing in, is what I'm saying. And I said that maybe.
Well, I shouldn't have been. You can't be in that spot anyway when we're setting.
And you said that's where you usually stand.
Yeah.
Right. And so rocks keep falling down in that area where he's not supposed to be standing. And I said, well, maybe it's a warning. Don't stand here. Stuff's right. And maybe it's Heavenly Father in a way trying to teach you to not stand in that area. And that can go with life lessons. Yeah. He warns us so many times not to do certain things because certain things will happen. Mm-hmm. And if we're not looking, for anything from him, we're just going to stay in that spot. We're going to remain idle and we're not going to move our feet. And, I think they can be taken as an internal lesson, not just a physical lesson. Yeah. And, that's what I was trying to get at. Not just the whole fact of you were standing in a spot you weren't supposed to be standing in.
Well,
because I mean, really think about it. Okay. If you are so involved in your work or
complacent.
3
minute warning.
Oh, 3-minute warning. Okay. If you're so involved in your work or your whatever you're doing, and your kids are sitting there trying to ask you a question or trying to tell you something, or you have someone calling you repeatedly, and and you're so absorbed in whatever you're doing that you're ignoring everything else, then what if something bad is happening and you're just so absorbed in that you just don't know? And it's your fault in that aspect. It's the same thing as if Heavenly Father's giving you warning after warning after warning, don't do this or this is going to happen, and then he shows you a glimpse of what could happen. And then, it happens because you're not listening. And then you blame him for it. It's not how it works. We have to always be diligent in our understanding and be willing to listen Otherwise, it's just moot.
True. And remember that our understanding is like that much.
Yeah.
It's little.
Yes.
If it even registers
Yes.
in the grand scheme of understanding. So,
True.
I think it's very important to pray. I think it's very important to pray however you can.
Exactly.
And we build on that. And I'm really glad there's a season for everything. We're all going to grow in our understanding, hopefully. Barring any hits to the head, we
No.
should maintain.
No
Hey,
hits to the head.
I've had hits to the head. I'm still
I
learning.
know.
So
You didn't even hit your head on anything, and you had to hit to the head.
it's crazy. So
Got smack. You
maybe I
said
was getting too vain. But anyway, I thought this was a really cool discussion, and I'm really glad it was with the Chad and Singing Mama,
Cool chops.
and with the Chad with the chops.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me on here. I enjoy it. It's awesome. And it is
Don't
fun.
forget our longest hashtag ever.
Good kind of day.
Yes.
Like yeah. Right, and with that,
We are out of here.
we say adieu.
Yeah, you guys have a good day.
You gonna
You
play a
too.
song?
I can, but I don't have one of us
Why?
because I do not.
Do the olive tree again.
I do not want to do the olive tree again
Why?
because I do not.
What about the prayer?
I love you.
I love you too.
And if you want to sing that prayer, you can. Would you like to?
Well, I meant the song, the prayer that we sang together. I know. Okay, you know I do that. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Thank you.
Very nice.
That is gorgeous. That's better than the prayer, in my opinion. I love it. And your voice is just, that song was made for your voice.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
So,
And this
love it.
right here comes up to me every time I sing.
That's perfect.
He's like, I'm just gonna get involved.
Love it. All right, everybody.
All
Had
right.
a great time. Love you. Jesus
y'all.
bless the people.
Yeah.
Blessed.